The smooth talking, jive walking, banana eating, your favorite morning host, the one and only Adam Josh.
Hello everyone! Hello and welcome to the Morning Banana Show. My name is Adam Josh. That is what my mama named me. Listening to the sweet sounds of Awakened by Adam and the Joshes there, off of the seminal acoustic album, Songs About Home. We're talking about recording more albums last night at the dinner table, and I told my fam, Dad recorded 5 acoustic albums. Dad does not want to record a 6th acoustic album the same way that he recorded 5 acoustic albums for some personal catharsis that is not found by recording albums. Because it's certainly not for financial gain. This is Morning Banana. It is an organic banana. I do like to eat bananas every day. We're at number 155. On the last Morning Banana Show, 154, we were talking about the Andrew Tate case, the ongoing saga of Andrew Tate. And I keep feeling like I don't want to talk about it because it's going to trial and going to be in trial, in court. You get all those sketches of, the court ongoing and the news updates from the court as the brothers and their accomplices are in court. And I feel like that would be a better time to comment. So I've had a lot to say about the Tate case begrudgingly. And I would rather not. All right, let's dig into this vegan organic banana. So, today I wanted to specifically talk about and tease the thing that I've been working on in the background. Now, today is July 20th, not quite Leo season yet. We're at the end of Cancer season. And I like to tell everyone what I'm doing at all times. So when I'm not telling people what I'm up to or what I'm planning, it is irksome to me. And unfortunately, my partner Desiree is the same, that she likes to just be transparent with everybody at all times. So when I'm working on something in the background and I'm telling her, we're going to have to keep this to ourselves, she doesn't like that either. So it's been incredibly challenging for us to keep what we are working on in the background, what I'm working on in the background, to ourselves. Made a hashtag for it on Twitter. Hashtag TTIBWOITB. The thing that I've been working on in the background. And the thing that I've been working on in the background is not going to be in the background forever. And I wanted to make a video like this specifically referencing it so that I can share it later in the future and you can be like, oh, that makes some sense. Like, he was telling me about it back then, but he couldn't tell all of it. So I'm just connecting right now with my future self live in this moment while recording the Morning Banana Show. And I'm basically asking my future self what I should say right now. Just 1 second. I think that there's going to be people who have followed me for a while or are familiar with my works and things that I do who are legitimately going to be upset. People who are fans who are they're not going to be fans anymore. They're going to be like, how the hell? And so and I was trying to explain this dynamic to the kids last night, that there's going to be a new level of interest and attention on the family, on our family, and I wanted to prepare them for that. My kids are 12 and 10, and I wanted to prepare them for these type of questions and things that they're going to hear, like, your parents did what? Your dad did what? Like, how did your dad do that? Tell us. So, all I can really say now at this point is I'm going to be documenting a lot of the process of this thing I've been working on in the background in the book. But you can pre-order the book from my website on the shop section. It's a groundbreaking investment strategy book where I lay out various investment strategies, and I'm going to tie in this thing that I've been working on in the background and the process by which it has come to fruition. The thing that I've been working on in the background is not the book. I've been very public about the fact that I'm writing a book. It just so happens that something is also overlaying over something that this thing I've been working on in the background is overlaying over the book. And I had this idea of, like, I should include this in the book because it's so wild. So this is kind of what's been putting the book at a pause right now. I say it's been 90% written, which is not inaccurate. It's 90% written for sure. I've written so many words, 14,000 words or something like that. So many words. But I realized that there's stories that I want to tell that I need to be on the other side of to tell them. You know, I like to tell you things and speak on things with confidence after they've happened, sometimes before they've happened. Certain things you can talk about before, certain things you can talk about after. But so the thing that I've been working on in the background, I've made up my mind when I'm going to start discussing it openly instead of teasing it, which is what I'm doing right now. I know that I'm teasing the thing that I've been working on in the background. Part of that is because I'm tired of not telling anybody. But one day, so I've decided the exact moment where I'm going to start being more transparent and start laying out the groundwork of how to explain the thing that I've been working on in the background. In the future, I'll probably reference videos like these, or I'll reference the Twitter account. But I know the exact moment. And you'll know the exact moment. It will begin probably on Twitter. I will probably start talking about it openly on Twitter, and then later in videos on YouTube. So if you follow me on Twitter at adamjosh.com, the tweet will probably look like something like this. I'm ready to talk about the thing I've been working on in the background. Grab some popcorn. I'm gonna tell you all the details now. And you're gonna be like, how did he do that? How is this happening? and I'm going to try to tell you. For context, we've built 6 restaurants that operate today. I'm in my RustJack shop, that obviously we've been running since 2018. I moved this entire shop over from another side of town where we had a shop for about 20 years in the auto industry. My adopted family has built, real estate businesses, roofing businesses, duct cleaning businesses, carpet cleaning businesses, tire shops, oil change centers. And so being adopted into this family when I was a teenager, creating a business, running it, watching its success or sometimes not success is something that I kind of grew up in and I'm used to. So I've built the office upstairs of this place. I've renovated and flipped houses. I have built cottages on both sides of Canada. I have helped to renovate places on both sides of Canada. I do a lot of repairs for our restaurants. I've built the treehouse in my backyard, double-decker treehouse tower for my kids. So people who follow me know that I can build things, I can fix things. My brain, thankfully, is one that works properly at 41 years old. And sometimes I work on things publicly, very publicly. This is what we're doing. I'm making a restaurant. I'm building this. I'm building that. And even with that, there's certain things that I can talk about in the moment, and there's certain things I can't. You might wonder why I'm so reserved sometimes and why I don't talk about things. One of the reasons I don't talk about details with certain restaurants is because they're franchises. Anybody who knows anything about franchising would understand, but I'll explain it for those of you who don't. When you deal with large franchises, they have their own legal teams, they have their own promo teams, and they have their own ad departments, and they don't. The head office doesn't need you to speak on their behalf. And in fact, a lot of times they don't want you to. They would rather control it from the top down. And nowadays you can see this homogenous marketing campaigns for all companies basically looks the same, especially around Pride Month. But you can really see it around Pride Month, around Christmas. Marketing departments are all the same, but just and here's our product. It's Christmas. Here's our product, Pride Month. So marketing teams and whatnot are expected to behave a certain way, and so they don't need individual franchisees pretending like they speak on behalf of the company. So I'm not the franchisee for our company, for the restaurants, which I've explained before. So I'm not. If I was, I'm not in a position, and I wouldn't be in a position to speak on behalf of the company, and I'm not, and I don't want to speak on behalf of the larger franchises. So what's left to talk about when you are operating a restaurant that's a franchise? Not a lot. It's I consider it like being like a janitor of a restaurant. You're more like the janitor. You're cleaning all the messes up and you're making sure everybody gets paid. So as the franchisee, you get the good credit. The bank looks at you with some favor, and you make whatever a franchisee makes, which is not nothing. Sometimes during the pandemic, obviously it was not that great, but if you're willing to put yourself in that position of franchisee, then it comes with these things that I'm talking about. So even things that are public, that I can be public about, I don't tell you everything or tell everybody everything about everything, because there's no point sometimes. So we built a roofing company, which is a completely our own baby, and operated it for years. And then after the restaurants were built, we decided, you know what, we're not really interested in this roofing company anymore. It's not making the type of money that we could be making elsewhere. So we just shut it down. And you can look online, Complete Roofing Niagara. That was completely our baby, and I would say it's not a business that we're interested in anymore. So a lot of the equipment and whatnot we're trying to sell off, and it's just, I don't know what to tell you. It's like it's like you start off with a lawnmower business and you're cutting lawns, right? And then one day you're like, oh man, I'm going to use the money that I made from cutting lawns and start a restaurant. And then you make so much money at the restaurant, you're like, let's do another. And then you have 3 restaurants, and then at some point you're like, should I still keep cutting lawns? And you're trying to cut lawns and run restaurants, and at some point you're like, I don't think I should cut lawns anymore. I don't think we need to cut lawns anymore, guys. And you're like, but our loyal customers, they expect us there. So at some point with the roofing, it's just, the roofing business needs a dedicated team to run it, and with 6 restaurants and these other things that we do, not particularly interested or dedicated to roofing anymore. So that's just full disclosure. There's a lot of roofing companies in Niagara, so we're in a huge competitive market. And if somebody wants to buy that equipment that we have or whatever, I mean, they could do it. There's even another Complete Roofing. But that's just one of our own babies. So when I talk about franchises and I talk about our own businesses, like we made our own businesses over the years that were nothing to do with franchises, like Complete Cleaning Solutions Niagara. That's entirely my business, and I partnered with my adopted dad. But I'm the owner operator, you know what I mean, of Complete Cleaning Solutions. But it's not making a lot of money. So you could say, well, Adam, you should be advertising, you should do that. I should do a lot of things, I should do a lot of things, and you're going to tell me all the things I should do. So what I've been doing is getting ready for the rush check season, mailing out my customers. I'm going to do some more mailing today and get to that. And I'm excited to talk to you about this thing that I've been working on in the background. And it's none of those things that I've just mentioned. And I'm giving you that background to let you know. And for those of you who don't know, I'm pretty easy to find information on. I play drums, bass, guitar. I'm working on this book in the background. I'm working on this thing in the background that's not the book. And if I could tell you about the thing that I've been working on in the background now in a way that would make sense, I would lay it out in detail. But suffice it to say, I look forward to explaining it further. Pre-ordering the book would be a good help if you're interested, for you to learn about it. And either way, the book that I'm writing is going to help anybody to level up their finances, get their finances in order, help you get out of debt, help you with an emergency fund / retirement fund that is your own, stacked on top of whatever you're getting from your local government. So to me, it's a win-win, and you might be able to supplement your income source even into a way that you could get out of working. So that if that's something you're interested in, I would pre-order the book. So I haven't told anybody the name of the book yet publicly, by the way, and all of that is intentional. I've copywritten the name of the book, but so I plan things far in advance, and sometimes I take you guys along with me during the planning and projection cycle. And even when I'm building something, I'll start telling people about it. So you can understand in life, sometimes there's really sensitive things that it's not worth telling anybody about until it's done. And so the thing that I've been working on in the background is just one of those things where it doesn't make any sense for us to tell you until it's basically established and undoable. So that's kind of how and it's really exciting. It's a huge deal, and I'm excited to unfold this chapter with you guys and pull apart all the different facets and whatnot. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's kind of where I'll probably be launching off the new story and the new thing that I've been working on in the background where you're going to hear about it first. And it should be relatively soon. I'm not saying in a day or two, but it's coming. So follow me on Twitter at adamjosh.com for more. And I hate teasing anybody endlessly, but also you have to bear with me that I don't want to keep things secret. So it's kind of a mutual thing here. You don't like being teased, and I don't want to keep it secret. But it just doesn't make sense. So I have to exercise more self-control and just not talk about it, I guess. I can't do it, fam. I had to tell you. So, follow me on Twitter at adamjosh.com. If you feel like supporting me, you can send me an e-transfer to adam at adamjosh.com. What else? You could follow Code of Vets, a U.S. veteran assistance organization, and you could donate monthly to them like I do. You can meditate with us at 11:11. I hope that you have a great day, and I hope that everything that you want in your life comes to you. I wish you love. I wish that you find love and happiness and true happiness and whatever your higher self soul calling is to do in this life. I hope that you do that, and I bless you on your path. I bless you on your path. Take care.